Hi, folks, and welcome to my Ask Shell coffee break. Today, we're going to talk about something when the weather turns hot, everyone thinks about keeping cool. Air conditioning, AC, all those sort of terminologies that are used. In a lot of cases, we use fans. In a lot of cases, we open windows. In a lot of cases, we turn on the continual fan on our furnace to blow air around out of a crawl space. Anything to get that cool air to cool down that environment inside our home when we're trying to sleep at night. Well, folks, let me give you a few tips first of all. And really, air conditioning is something that it is just that. We're conditioning the air to be more comfortable to the human body. Human body, air. So one, a fan, a very simple fan, moving air. Some people will leave a fan on constantly, be it a stand-up-in-the-corner fan, table-mounted fan, ceiling fan, could even be the likes of the furnace fan, for example, moving air through the ducts. All of those keep air moving, keeping the environment cool. And incidentally, folks, if your home is facing into the west or into the south, you can appreciate those are your hot radiant heat waves. That's where your home is going to generate the extra heat from the roof to the insulation, from the insulation to the drywall, from the drywall radiating heat down to you when you're trying to sleep in bed. So area of concern can start out with a simple fan moving air. Another one is swamp fans or swamp coolers. I don't know if you are aware of that terminology, but a swamp cooler is the type of unit that has a fan in the system as well as you fill water into the system, and then it's blowing air over the water, which will give you that relative humidity increase. Unfortunately, is exactly the problem that some people will have because that moisture will build up inside the home only to cause problems down the road when we do have a cold snap in the wintertime. So swamp coolers are not something that I really suggest people get involved in unless it happens to be a cottage or maybe out in the garage or maybe somewhere where you're sitting on a deck that may be enclosed that you want to cool down, and then afterwards you can just open the windows and let it all vent out. So those are called swamp coolers. Another one is the central air. Central air is by far the best way to get involved in air conditioning because central air is requiring that of your furnace for the delivery. You have a core in your furnace cabinet that is creating the cool source for the air that is going to fall through the duct system to your home, living area that is, and you'll have a compressor and a condenser outside. On a deck or next to your neighbors. And I always say, be careful, be cautious. Don't create a bad neighbor just because of the sound at night of an air conditioning condenser coming on. So don't make a good neighbor a bad neighbor because I know you just don't need it. Also, there's the roll-around type that you roll around and you can vent out through the windows, which is a good option for a lot of people that have a condominium or a townhouse where they don't allow the compressors or condensers outside, causing noise to disrupt the sleep of neighboring owners. And also there is the window type that goes in windows, which really don't look all that great, but on the other hand, they are an option. So air conditioning is something that, yes, you can consider, but keep in mind one rule of thumb that Shell will always bring to you through my comment: when in doubt, don't pout, let Shell help you out. Well, what I'm going to suggest right now, your area where you live, how many hot days do you have in a year, and how many hot days do you want to invest in if it's very few hot days, rather than just going with the fans, opening the windows, and or possibly sleeping down in the basement area, or bringing that air up from down in the basement through that of your furnace application or the furnace usage. That's, folks, is advice that I know that you'll appreciate down the road, and I want to say just take it upon yourself to create that environment that's going to be cooler. It is just that easy.